Shay, what's up, girl?
What up, T?
How's everything? How you doing? How's life treating you?
I would say I'm relatively really good. This weekend, the last time we checked in, I was going through it. I was
Yeah,
extremely overwhelmed.
that's how I feel. I
Extremely,
got like so much going on.
ugh,
I just I feel a little overwhelmed, but I know that things will get better. I just gotta kind of
ebbs and
ride this
flows.
wave.
Ebbs
Exactly.
and
So I'm
flows.
riding this wave. I'm like traveling all over the place. Gotta go here, gotta go there. Like I feel very much overwhelmed, but I
Yeah.
do know that and this too shall pass. I'm just gonna ride this wave and then it'll get better. So I'm not gonna stress about it, but I'm just gonna embrace it and know that things are a little wonky, a little crazy, but
Hmm.
be okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm here. So let me know if you need anything.
Muchas gracias, señorita. All right. So I don't know about you, but I get so annoyed when people ask me like legit questions that they want answers to, and then you give them the answer and they're like upset that you gave them the answer or they can't handle the answer. It's like, my thing is, folks, do not, do not ask questions that you cannot handle the answer. You can't handle the truth. Don't ask the
You can't
question.
handle the truth.
You can't handle it. Don't ask. It's funny because um my aunt, who's no longer here, so God bless her, miss her each and every day. But
Yes.
she would
Rest in
ask
peace.
her daughter questions that she honestly didn't want to know, but she wanted to know. She would ask her like, "Did you have sex last night? Was someone here?" And the daughter would be like, "Oh yeah, I did. So and so was here. Yeah, we got it in." She's like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Damn, my sis, like, don't tell your mom so much." But her mom would ask questions, like very specific
Yeah.
questions. And the answers are sometimes not what you want to hear. But I don't know, Shay, like, do
Right.
people ever ask you questions and then you answer the question in a like it's hard to digest? Like, has that ever happened to you at all?
Yeah, it happens to me. I would say the people who get it the most are my best friends. I can be really honest and really like
Yeah.
vulnerable with them, and they don't like that sometimes. Like I get really annoyed by the not the smallest things, but if you're not considerate, and it's not that they're not trying to be considerate, it's that if
Yeah.
you don't think about the next person that comes behind you, like don't
Yeah.
leave shit in my way. Knowing that
Yeah.
I like, you know what I mean? Like I get really annoyed with stuff like that where I'm like, if there's
Mm.
shoes in the middle of the walkway, move them to the side. That's where a traffic area,
Oh, yeah. You know how Shay is. She's like,
right?
yeah,
I'm very right.
very
So
neat, very organized, and
so
do not like when
sometimes,
folks do not have their issue in order.
yeah. So sometimes when my friends ask me things, I'm brutally honest,
Yeah.
and they don't want to know the truth.
No, it's not cool. I don't wanna just well, listen.
They can't handle it, and then it's like, because like Libras or Shay is like sunshine, but there's certain things that do get me like not in my character where it's, like, very
Yeah,
stunning and shocking to people, and they're like,
yeah.
"You're so mean." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
I used to like or sometimes you know what I do too when people ask me questions that I know that they just can't handle, I don't even answer 'em, I just look at them. Like, give you, like, this stare. Like,
Yeah.
I used to have this boyfriend who asked questions s like, way inappropriate questions about, like, my exes, like, about, like
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, like,
Yeah, like what you've done in the past and, like, all that
"Oh,
stuff. But
yeah,"
they
like,
when they really don't wanna know.
"No,
They
you
don't wanna know you.
don't."
They
Like,
don't wanna kn
"No." Do
and
you
you
know
don't
how
wanna and you
I
don't
don't
wanna
wanna, like,
know
crush your soul. Like,
and you
almost
don't
just
wanna know who. So
right.
stop. You don't wanna know who
Or you
because it's
don't
gonna
wanna know
crush
if
your
someone
soul.
did something better than you. Like, you don't wanna know that. Like, you want me to honestly like, "Oh, yeah, so and so was better, blah, blah, blah." Like, you want that? Or, I mean, like, dude was crazy. You would ask me questions, like, about size and, no, very, like, specific, like, questions pertaining to sex about, like,
That's
my ex.
crazy.
And I'm like No. I'm
Yeah.
like, I
Or
will
just
crush your
like
soul. That I don't want to tell you.
yeah, or
Shh.
just like
Don't
things
ask
that
those questions that are inappropriate.
like you don't wanna know who it was because you're gonna be mad because he's probably your favorite whatever. He's probably your favorite superstar. You don't wanna know that. You don't wanna know that. So
No,
just leave it
no, you
alone.
don't. No. No, you
Um,
don't wanna know.
what's another good question? Like, I feel like there's a lot of those that I'm not tapping on that I'm not it's not coming to
Oh,
mind, but
there's
like,
so many of them. There's so many of them.
go.
There's, like, early in relationships. "Do you love me?"
Uh, so true. I've been there actually.
"Do you love me?" You're
Like,
like,
no, not yet.
"Did I tell you?" Like, I mean, you shouldn't be asking if folks love you, right? Like, first of all, we know that love, like Shay says this all the time about love being an action word.
Mhm.
So you should feel if someone loves you. But when you start asking, it's like, people ask that you, do you love me? Or do you think I look good in this dress?
Or when, like, you used to be with a guy that you liked and you'd be like, "What are we?"
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
have to ask, honey.
Yeah,
You
like, where are we going?
right here?
No, did I tell you? So, um, this guy that I knew through someone else, his girlfriend asked him to marry her in front of, like, at a resort, like, on stage.
You
I
did
told you
tell
about that?
alright, you told us
And
in,
it
like,
was
episode, like, 3 or 4, like,
yes,
early on in Tipping the
that
Scales.
was not a good question. Like, no. Like, if you know that there's some concerns and I mean, they were having, like, definitely concerns and had
Yeah.
talked about marriage before, and it was like a no-go. And I guess she thought, like, by pressuring him in front of all those people that it would result it would give her a different
Nope.
result.
Result? Yeah, no.
Like, it's like, come on now,
That's not a
like,
good idea.
especially something as serious, like, as marriage,
Yeah.
and, you know, you definitely need to be more thoughtful about
Yeah.
what you're asking, especially if you kinda like, sometimes you, like, know the answer already, and and maybe you just think you're gonna get a different outcome. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
like you want validation, but you already know your hearts and hearts
Yeah.
what that answer is going to be. Like you
Yeah.
feel it, right? Like
Yeah.
you know it. You're like, okay, I kind of know what's gonna happen here.
Yeah. My
But
ex said one time, he said, "Women are like cops or police." I can't remember what he said, but
mm,
he's like, "They know, but they still need evidence."
I am someone who likes
Yeah.
to have evidence. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Just
He said that, and
yeah.
I thought about it, I was like, "Dang, that's kinda so true."
I like to have
But
evidence too, because my
it
mind is so powerful.
plays tricks on you.
It can run away. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes like I feel like I have really good. We all have superpowers. We do. We have things that we're really good at. I
Yeah.
have great intuition for sure,
Mhm.
but there are times that your mind plays tricks with you.
Yeah.
Plays tricks, or because
Yeah.
we think so hard about a narrative that we start to
It's
believe
all
that narrative is true, right?
also FOMO, fear of missing out. If I'm wrong,
And
I could be missing out on this amazing situation.
yeah,
If
yeah,
I'm
and if
right,
yeah.
right, so being right sometimes is boring as fuck, let's be honest. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Okay, I found out the truth. Now I'm over here
That's it.
chilling."
Exact
I got my self-dignity and my pride intact. It's cool. You know what I mean?
so it's
But
some
it was,
excitement.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little excitement over there. Now it's all crushed. So,
Womp womp. Like, that's it. Like, aw,
yeah. So
boring.
sometimes
Boring, you snooze fast.
I will say one time I was dating a guy and I asked him dude, like, what's up?
Mm.
Why are you doing this? Like, you're inconsistent. And he's just like, I'm really like, I'm putting it on hard. And he's like, you know what? I just can't stop sleeping with other women. And I was like,
Oh, thanks.
but then I go, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the
But
honesty.
again, that was so boring after that. I was like, I went home. I was
Mhm.
eating, chocolate ice cream on the couch and, like, reminiscing.
Dang, did he just say that? Did he just honestly put it out
You
there? It was
know?
like, yeah. But at
And
least
but he gave me the
he told you
choice.
the truth.
He told me the truth,
And
but
I'm glad
did
that
I
you
did
asked
I
the hard
really wanna
question.
know? I don't
Right.
think I
But that's what
did,
I'm
but
saying. Do you want the truth or not? Because that will tippers, like, if you're
want
going
versus need.
right? And if you're going to ask a question, especially a serious question, be prepared to handle whatever the response is, because it
Yeah,
may be something you don't love. It may be something that, like Shay, you kind of wish you never knew. It was kind of like hiding in the back of your head somewhere that you thought it was happening, but you weren't sure. But now there's an actual confirmation. And you're like, dang, I
yeah,
wish I didn't have that confirmation. So look, tippers, just, tell us, whatever be fun, tell us about a question that you were asked that you really didn't want to give an answer to, or you asked a question that you weren't prepared for that response. Hit us up, let us know at Tipping Scales.
Hey,
Cool?
so put this on the highlights, so we're gonna post this on Instagram.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.